there we go. I think that works. So now I can properly save a VOD this time. At least I hope that worked. Okay, that worked. Alright, cool. Okay, there we go. Hey, Nevi, welcome. Hello. Oh yeah, no, they're making new changes to the game because the game has been the same for essentially 3 expansions now. So about time they change it. Whoops, I went to the wrong place. Einstein, there it is. Yeah, it's over here. So where's Hard Boiled? All right, let's do this quest line. Ah, yes, this is the one with the Akira slide. Okay. Hardboiled casts a resolute shadow beneath the unrelenting glare of True View's neon illumination. Let's go. Era, I was hoping you'd drop by. It took a bit of doing, but I was able to widen the crack I made in that storage device and yank out a couple new scraps of data. The first file just so happened to be a record of Carnelian's procedure. Seems the bastard's soul was poured into one of those clot-type monsters. They've got an annoying talent for mimicking shapes and faces, which is exactly what Carnelian took advantage of when he tricked us with his fake Kimaka. Hey, there they are. Never fear, Inspector Hildebrand is here. The other file pulled hard details, yet another monster. The other file I pulled had details on yet another monster-fied criminal. This mook was nabbed for repeated vehicular violations, riding his airwheeler too fast, making reckless maneuvers, endangering others, that sort of thing. According to the data, he's running around in the body of a cactor now. Judging by what we've seen of the researcher's schemes, he'll dispatch the prickly speed demon somewhere outside the dome. But where? Rejoice, my good detective, for I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, come bearing the very direction you seek. I have it straight from the mouth of the real Kamaka that an ambulatory cactus piloting a flying contraption was supposedly observed streaking through the sky on a southerly bearing. Alas, despite hastening to confirm this sighting, our intrepid sheriff arrived too late to see the needle-covered individual in question. The report was summarily dismissed as fanciful imaginings of inebriated townsfolk. The insistent chirp of veteran instinct, nonetheless, impelled me to investigate. Thus did my faithful assistant and I venture further south to question the colorful crowds of Tuliodal. Tuliolal. Yes, there to find sober witnesses eager to tell of an airborne succulent. They said it was moving at an incredible pace, sought to strike a vehicle like the ones the mechanical invaders had ridden. It was last seen zipping past a dirigible before vanishing into the clouds to the south. Alexandria's soldiers ride on air-wheelers, so unless there's another flying cactor out there somewhere, I think we have our man. Good work. Yay. Oh, DT Hildebrand's been great. It's fantastic. It's literally what if Hildebrand became the main character of his own storyline, and that's literally what this is. Almost too good, in fact. Uh-oh. Oh no. Over there! Is that a new case I spy? Oh, where? Oddly, I had to bait the hook. They're the real deal, right? Although, come to think of it, I don't know why anyone would bother impersonating either of them to begin with. At least the lead seems solid enough. But if we're serious about catching this guy, we'll need an A-wheeler of our own. Come on, there's a shop nearby that does custom jobs. Oh, I think I find it cute that he realized they were too competent at their jobs to be real, but alas, they are weirdly competent at what they do. Oh, speaking of which, now that we're fully in, where is that Lalafell? Ah, there we go. There he is. He has an Oglop with him now! Oh my god! This is great. The Oglop is now following. Oh, that's creepy. Oh, I could go for a nice bowl of custard. Did he say they do custard jobs? Oh my god. This is the place. I used to be a regular here, but I ain't been back in a while. Let's see if they still remember me. Wow, this is where this quest is. This is where it's being used. Well, look who the wind blew in. Monum, I've come for my steed. That battered old scrap heap. It's been rusting my garage floor for so long, I doubt it could manage a slow trot, let alone a gallop. Happy to give it a tune-up if you credits to burn, but I need you to supply some parts. A new high voltage battery in this. Okay, I should probably change the voice. He's more dwarvish. Happy to give you a tune-up if you credits to burn, but I need you to supply some parts. A new high voltage battery and a superconductor coil at a minimum. The chronometer's ticking. I'll see if I can get my hands on the battery. But can I ask you to track down a coil? These soft-boiled dopes wouldn't know a suspension spring from an anti-gravity gimbal. But you, I can trust to find the right part without cracking under the pressure. I'm on it, detective. Wow, I forgot the voice I used for him. Wow, I forgot the voice I just used for this guy. Hobboy seems desperate to get his air-wheeler up and running, so I'll give you a tip. Fuck, what was the accent I was using? Fuck. Oh. You want to call it quick like, men salvaging their rides at defective sentries is your best bet. Fuck me. I even lend you this handy gadget to help you out. Set off the distress signal on the west side of Old Alexandria. You soon have some murderous mechanical company to dismantle for parts. I'll take these two along with me on the battery hunt. Good luck out there. Alright. Yeah, basically the DT storylines were tracking down a criminal that escaped and used old Alexandrian labs. They used the Resident Evil labs to create monsters out of criminals. So we're basically hunting them down one by one. They're really dumb criminals too, it's great. What are you talking about? Change your approach? Or are they still inside actually? Let me see. Okay, now they left. Alright, gotta go outside. Let's go. What job do I play? What am I feeling? I guess I'll stick with Dragoon. Dragoon's getting like a shit ton of changes. Give one last hurrah to the old moveset. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna adjust the volume a little bit on this end. Alright. Yeah, it was the dungeon. The dungeon to the north that we found about Guluja's mom and how fucking crazy she is. That's they use that same area for this quest line to be like, hey, this evil bad guy used that place as an evil secret lab and used it to make criminal monsters. Oh, did I get it? I got it. Cool. Back to bottom. Oh man, they're gonna put so much of the buttons behind Stardiver. They put all the AoE on Stardivers. That's wild. What the fuck? What the fuck are AoE rotations gonna be in 8.0? That's like the weirdest part. Because they removed all the main AoE buttons. So it's like, I wonder if they want you to like be more skilled at AoE control in dungeons maybe? It's also like, but they put shield lob and shield blow on as AoEs now too, so maybe it's not that hard. Maybe all the tank has to do is remember to hit an AoE button every now and then. I wonder if that means the shield lob will get like, the shield bash will also get enemy up too. Interesting questions. Oh, get your hand on a coil. I'll never have a consistent voice for this character. Oh, that should do the trick. Now where did your mates run off to? Can't be that hard to find a store what sells batteries. You should probably head over to the Nexus Arcade and see what's keeping them. Oh my, we're having a shopping episode where they fail at shopping. Let's go to Circuit. I play all the chops, so I'm excited for all the changes. Light Mage functionally stayed the same, but they pared down a lot of the buttons for button blow, which is actually pretty okay. But it plays mostly the same. Huh? You're here. Where the hell are Hildebrand and Nashu? Where'd they go? Hey, Hardboiled, where are our friends? Era, any trouble picking up that coil? Nothing you couldn't handle, I wager. As for the battery, I bought one easily enough. The problem was convincing the inspector's got to stick around after he caught a whiff of tantalizing familiarity. Long story short, they wandered off and haven't come back. Suppose we ought to go look for him, eh? Ah, fuck. They ran off. I could probably put background music up. Oh my god, even the Lalafell's there too. Oh my god, it's a zombie. Is that a corpse? A smiling corpse? Hahaha, you needn't fret, detective. This dapper zombie is an old acquaintance of mine. Allow me to introduce myself, good sir. I am a proud member of the Gentle Dead Men and disciple of Master Zombie Brand. I've been on the road, seeking out new recruits for our merry motoring band. Said search is what brought me here, into the midst of this unexpected, yet most welcome reunion. I don't usually hold with necromancy, but he seems harmless enough. So, if you're done catching up, we got a case to work on. In actual fact, our conversation was almost entirely case adjacent. Employing his nose for festering fellows, this gentle zombie traced the stench of necromantic decay to the very facility in which I once slumbered. Alright, this is where we met them. Yeah. Yes, I became fast friends with one of the area animated researchers there. During the process of getting to know each other, he spoke briefly of the only person left alive after the incident. According to my new chum, all the lab workers perished when an accident resulted in the leakage of a highly toxic substance. All, that is, save for a single man who habitually wore a protective gas mask. Keshkai is his name. He was second in charge after the overseer himself, yet disdained by his peers as a condescending know-it-all. This is the guy from the trailers. They did, however, grudgingly recognize his passion for his work. Even after devoting a full day to official experiments, he would pour his remaining time and energy into some mysterious side project. And he was the sole surviving researcher, you say? Sounds like we finally have a name for our mastermind. Courtesy of the shambling undead, no less. No matter how many years I do this job. Well, thanks for that. Oh, they're so proud. Glad to be of service. Now if you excuse me, my new recruit and I have a cafe tour planned. I like how we're just okay with zombies wandering around now. Surely nothing wrong can go with that. So, that fella was an honest-to-God's walking corpse, huh? I've met weird folk in my line of work, but do you always keep company with such oddballs? I was out of line. It's just, I reckon there are forces in this world you're better off not messing with. Anyway, let me take these parts back to Monum and get my wheeler repaired. Shouldn't take too long. I'll ride him back here to make sure he's running smoothly, and you can see the magnificent beast in all his glory. Alright. Good to see the Akira slide. Where's your little Oglop buddy? Where's the Oglop? Our gentle zombie friend was as reanimated as ever. Detective Hardboiled seems somewhat nervous, excited to reclaim his pride and joy, perhaps. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Cole, would you look at that? Oh, he's jealous. What do you think, Era? I call him the Night Stallion. He's a custom job built for yours truly. And has far too much horsepower for the average mook to handle. Anti-gravity capabilities are standard, but when it comes to ground speed, he's been tweaked to achieve the highest possible performance. The trick is to install quick heating motor coils. But won't the increased heat compromise the magnetic field's integrity, you ask? Well, that's a valid concern. A hotter drivetrain responds completely differently when you open up the throttle and... You? Get your filthy hands off my ride. I merely thought to enhance your beloved steed with a touch of Salamanderville. So you've got this amazing machine this whole time? Why haven't you been riding it till now? Ah, so fresh-faced and innocent. The spinning image of my assistant. Oh my god, what if the Oglop is his Nashu? What if the Oglop is actually his Nashu? I'll never forget the day I hung up my spurs. It was right after I caught Carnelian. He's on the bike already! I've been simmering in thoughts of vengeance, fit to burst my shell at any moment. Oh, fuck. Look at him go! Zaralja is somewhere in the background, not carrying. Oh shit! Yeah! Yo! What a shot! The big house is too good for the likes of the Crime King. See you in hell, your majesty. Holy shit. Should have pulled the trigger when you had the chance. You've gone soft, hard-boiled. This flashback exceeds the legal length. Laced with illicit embellishments, no doubt. Wrap it up, Gumshoe. I've just been absorbed into this universe now. That's it. I've been too far into it. That this is just what it is now. To cut to the chase, my assistant was avenged. Slinging the Crime King into the slammer took me off the boil, and riding cold just ate my style. But now that Carnelian's on the streets again, it's time for me to get back in the saddle. They were saying that Cactuar punk flew over Thule whatever, then blew past a dirigible on his way south, right? What kind of territory are we looking at? That'd be Yoctel, I think, right? Or Konamazuka. A lot of big trees there. Let's make for this Yoctel's dirigible landing, our starting point. I'll take Night Stallion and meet you there. Oh my god! Yep. It's actually so funny. Oh my god. This fucking storyline is so good. Oh. Dawn Trail haters don't know what they're missing. Let me look at that. Systems. Okay, it is actually higher. Alright, that's just my end. There we go. I wish I had a shiny ale wheel like the detective. I'd finally be able to keep up with the inspector. You're still here, huh? Is this Oglop still here? I remember the Oglop was like looking around over here. Yeah, it was like at this viewpoint. So he disappeared. That's probably his Noshu, his assistant. That's my guess. Oh my god, he's eating one of the Yaktail bananas. Right. We shall find our way to this cocktail dirigible landing. See you there. I'm pretty sure it was Yak's tail, Inspector. Oh my god. Fucking people. We're going to Yaktail, right? A good bit. Alright, where are we going? Where are we going, copper? Is the Lalafell? I don't think we ever got the Lalafell's name either. Mystic Pelu Pelu. I need to do the side quests. I haven't caught up to those. Where is it? He must have gone on them with the dirigible. Where's that Lalafell? Where's he hiding? If I would have seen him by now. Interesting, I can't find him. Guard. Huh. It's not here, actually. That was my first time aboard a dirigible. 'Tis not so different from an airship, if said ship had jettisoned its own means of propulsion. Sailing through the air is a lovely way to travel. Ah, you made it. Even this jaded old gumshoe had to appreciate the view coming in over the treetops. Anyway, I talked to the locals while waiting for you lot to arrive, and the one fella had seen Mr. Cactua flying down to the lower forests. I'm told the biggest place out of the way is a settlement called Mamook, so that will be our next destination. Let's head over there, walk the streets, and ask some questions. You know, the usual. Very good, Detective. But what's become of your wondrous wheeler? Nightstand would draw more attention than I liked. I'll use the autopilot function to call him if I need him. But otherwise, I'll make do with my own 2 feet. I mean, we can all ride together. I have a big chocobo here. Look at my bird. He is magnificent. Surely he's around here, right? Wild, I don't see him at all. Wow, where is this Lalafell? Guess he disappeared. He couldn't make the trip somehow. Oh, it's awfully dark here beneath the canopy. Such a dense proliferation of forest giants. I'm reminded of the Twelves would. This must be Mamook. They build things different down here, huh? We ain't got time to admire the architecture. Spread out and find someone who's clapped eyes on the cactuar. I slipped on the banana peel and almost went tail over tea kettle. Could this have been a devious trap laid by our quarry? The banana peel is almost as sparkly as the inspector was. Oh, there he is. Hey, buddy. Yes, I've encountered the fiend you described. The forest has its share of fantastical creatures, but this one was undeniably out of place. I observed it smashing one of the giant meteorites at the club, then racing away with the broken pieces. Make of that what you will. No job. Why, yes, I did see an unusual creature riding a strange vehicle through the forest at breakneck speeds. The vehicle's terrible noise is what first drew my attention, followed by the incomprehensible yelling of its pilot. Yet the sight of this posturing man-plant was so absurd I found myself more bemused than frightened. It's Bakuja. I forgot there was a Bakuja. Ah, the subject of recent gossip. I crossed paths with the creature myself, and it was indeed odd, but the machine it rode upon was a true wonder. He pulled up alongside me in my weaver, challenged us to a race, then zoomed off with astounding quickness, swiftness. If you're planning to catch the fiend, you'll need equally miraculous mount. Oh, and good thing we have an automated vehicle bike thingy-majiggy. The old Iron Stallion. The Night Stallion. So, what's the rap? The testimonies I gather were very much the same. There's a cactuar racing around there, that much can be certain. But he's making stops to bag meteorite fragments, and this ain't no simple joyride. Talk to me, Era. Something about those rocks I ought to know. Shit ton of ether. Some kind of special etheric radiation, eh? Haven't pieced together Kashkayi's big plan yet, but he seems real interested in those space stones. which means we have a good chance of finding his spiky goon by staking out the spots where the meteorites are. If we nab the cactuar, we can make him lead us to the researcher, and to Carnelian. When I say us, I mean me and Night Stallion, of course. Once we find him, the rest of you won't be giving chase without an air-wheeler. I need no such contrivance. These legs have been conditioned by an intensive chocobo-bearing exercise regimen. Wait! Good luck to him. Still think he's a weak-willed punk, but can't deny the uncanny body of his is made of sterner stuff. Let's get on with it then. I hear there's a good few sized meteorites alongside the road that leads out of town. We'll start near the end and hope the mook puts in an appearance. Alright. Off we go. Torgo, let's go. Torgo. Is that clumsy elf trying to hide? What? Oh my god. Fancy meeting you here. I too deduce that this may very well be the scene of a criminal's next crime. Who knew meteorites were so big or bumpy? Oh, where's the Lalafell? Where's the Lalafell? Where's the Lalafell? Come on. Where is he? Spot the Lalafell. Spot the Lalafell. Is he not here? Man. Sometimes I can't tell whether he's just hiding or they don't put him in the scene. It's really hard to tell. It is really freaking hard to tell. No wheeler riding cacto around here. Let's move on. Ugh, the inspector. Took off like he had a case all sewn up, but running fast didn't find many leads, did it? And here I thought he was onto something. That way, Nashu! I think I may be onto something! Oh my god. Is it almost time to eat? If you could endure just a bit while longer, Nashu. Is that dolt trying to keep out of sight or not? No sign of a mirror either. On to the next meteorite. I detect a hint of criminality in that direction. Onwards, Nashu. We mustn't let the detective beat us to the punch. Hey. Oh my god. Travel tacos. I say, these bananas are really quite good. I can murder an egg right about now. Oh. Gotta eat. Oh my god, I forgot I was a barrel tender. Look out! Stand aside! Or with 1,000 needles in your hide! Make way for the unmatched, uncatchable Spike! Spike. This one looks ripe for the smashing. Hold it right there. I'm gonna need you to hop off that air wheeler. Huh? You must be the blowhards I was warned about. Think you can give orders to the succulent speedster? My ride is maxed out with black market mods, and there ain't no one faster. Keep up if you can, slowpokes! He just dropped his club. What? Why did you have to drop your weapon? Okay. That's the way it's gotta be. Challenge accepted. To me, Night Stallion! It's time to burn rubber! I'm right behind you! Am I right behind you, Inspector? Yeah! Damn it! The stallion's at full gallop and I'm still trailing! Huh? 'Twould seem you require my assistance after all. Huh! You caught up to me on foot? Change of Huh! Where's my dead python? Oh, just tweak the weapon's elemental settings like so. With your steering and me providing the thrust, that fiend will soon learn a harsh lesson. Nothing outruns a fired-up Mandeville man! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, I can't. Ah! Are they actually gaining on me? Come on then! I feel the needle for speed! Oh my god. We did it! Victory is ours! Oh my god. can't believe it. My undefeated record. My legendary win streak. It's over. And yet, I feel strangely content. Enough, you win. Just hand me over to the coppers and be done with it. So the researcher forced you to work for him, like he did with the other fiends. That's right. Told him to smash and grab the meteorites in the forest, but not what you wanted him for. All this way to nab some delinquent goon and no leads on Kishkai or Carnelian to show for it. Not to mention my beautiful ride getting trashed! That one's on you, Hildebrand! Perhaps we can try running together next time. Oh, if you're looking for Kishkai, I know exactly where he'll be. Waiting for my meteorite delivery over by the cliffs southwest of here. Oh! Why didn't you say so sooner? I bet Carnelian's there with him. You won't escape me this time. I'll leave this criminal cacto in your custody. Fiendish appearance aside, 'tis a man's soul within, so please treat him accordingly. Come on. Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop. Now, let us follow the detective to these cliffs, shall we? I must ensure these villains are served a gentleman's justice. The Oglop again. This Oglop has to be the assistant then, if not the bad guy. Like somehow their soul got sucked into the Oglop. So like Sid. Alright, where are we going? Ooh, all the way over there. Let's take the scenic route. Nah, let's take a quick route. Let's go. Wah 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 wah. Ugh. Full belly, happy heart. Do you smell it? The scent of criminality is in the air. Shh! I can hear them just ahead. Let me get the drop on them before we all go banging in. He's late. We must assume something went wrong. These meteorites provide the perfect energy source, and I prefer to harvest a surplus, but it's too great a risk to linger here. Freeze, mage. You so much as twitch your lips, and I'll light you up. Huh! No! I've worked too hard to give up now! He's getting away. He'll keep. I've got the one I want. But don't think I'm taking you in just so you can escape. Never again. Murder is not the answer, detective. Oh! Oh! Where did Carnelian go? Ooh. You almost had me, if not for this bumbling fool you tolerate. Soft as ever. Says the fucking slime. You and me are done, Hildebrand. Stay out of my way. My recent inadequacies as an inspector appear to have earned the detective's ire. 'Twas you he turned to for assistance with this case here. It is only fitting that you remain at his side for the duration. Meanwhile, Nasha and I shall persist with our independent inquiries. Sorry for the sudden exit back there, but that yoke for brains had me steaming. Hildebrand only wants to help. That's the problem. His help ain't nothing but a hindrance. For the... I see you skulking over there, soft-boiled. Isn't this a delightful spot of serendipity? We were simply following the villain's trail, and look how we've all run into each other, completely by chance. Well, we were only passing through after all. We shall apprehend the masked mastermind with our own tried and true methodology. You shall see. I want you on the case with me from here on out. When it comes to a proper guide beyond the dome, as well as being tougher than yours truly, no one else fits the bill. You might need to cool your hails for a bit while I work on salvaging more data. The harder blood always gets its foul in the end. See you around. Aww. Meanwhile, elsewhere. Oh, cool. Tubes of liquid is always good. Oh, this is back in the boss room. Cool. At long last, my scheme has come to fruition. No longer must I endure the company of incompetent colleagues. All is in readiness. The replication of my brilliant mind is at hand. Never again will I be known as Canaloca Corpus the second best. My name shall ring across the lands, carried far and wide by an army of unrivaled geniuses. Something amusing? It's just the fact you prepared a device capable of miracles, yet your plans for it are so very banal. You dare mock me? What a bore he was! Now to realize a dream worthy of this marvelous technology. Oh! It's the poo-poo aircraft! What? Oh no! Oh, they're making clones! Detective Hardenbow, they call me. Cool and tough as a cucumber wrapped in old leather. I'm a man who prefers his own company. Today's egg was overdone. I let the pot boil, and a match to my mood. Let the pot boil and boil. A match to my mood. They say you can't make a cracked shell whole again. Maybe it's time I smashed it completely. Oh, those are some troubling thoughts. Can anyone say Detective Hardboiled from himself? I bet the inspector can. With us on the case, a happy ending is never far away. Oh. Phew. I work fast, but not that fast. Come back another day, will you? Before you go. Do you remember what I said when I felt eyes on me? I still feel like I'm being watched. Maybe I do have some addle-headed admirer after all. Oglop? Oglop! This has to be Noshu. That has to be Noshu. I'm pretty sure that's going to be revealed to be his assistant. His assistant didn't die. It just, for some reason, got turned into an Oglop. But they can be fixed with poo-poo technology. Oh, they're going to fix it with poo-poo technology! They're going to remake the body! Oh, the poo-poo tech will save them all. Poo-poo, poo-poo. All right, I'm gonna go craft some shit, man. See you later.